What's up guys, John from ketobars.com. Thank you for checking out my channel, first time founder. I just filmed another video talking about KetoCon and kind of like the logistics and the different things that we did and just talking about the convention and the parties that we went to in general. But I wanted to do a separate video that talked a little bit more about like kind of the emotional experience for me and my team, because it deserves its own video, is the truth. We've been in business since 2014, right? Since April 2014, so over 5 years. And we live on the internet, so it's just rare. We don't get a lot of human interaction. And despite that, like, it's still fun. Like, we like interacting with you guys online and of course in the comments here on this channel, but like on Instagram and the other social media and stuff, and even via email. So we feel like we basically have the best relationship we can with our customers online, but we still don't know you guys in person. So these events are just an exciting time because like we know we're gonna meet customers, we know we're gonna meet people that we've maybe worked with or done giveaways with or whatever, all this different stuff. But it's also nerve-wracking because we don't have a lot of personal experience. Like I don't know, it's just different. So one of the things that I think hit me the hardest at KetoCon was how many people. There's 70 booths, right? There's 70 brands. And when we launched, there was no specific keto products, right? So like some of the brands there were older than us because like they make a product that happens to be keto friendly, but like they weren't marketing specifically for keto. So like Redmond Salt, right? Like I think they're way older than us. So like, yeah, I think they're like multi-generations, but like they didn't specifically go towards keto stuff. And there's like some nut butter brands and stuff like that. But as far as like specifically keto products, 5 years ago it was just us. And then like some other ones started coming out, especially like within the next year or so. Well, now there's 70, right? And we know we're not the biggest. Even of the new brands that are specifically making keto products, where a lot of them raised money or had capital and like launched big right out of the gate, and that just wasn't us. That's just not how I operate. I started in my kitchen, bootstrapped this thing, and we've just slowly grown, and it's been really great. But it's also easy to like get down on yourself and be like, oh man, like I could be the biggest company there, which I believe I could have been if I knew how big keto was going to get and I wanted to raise a bunch of money. We could be huge. We could be much bigger. But I didn't know those things and I didn't really know what I was doing. So I can't get down on myself either. But I'm aware of it, right? So even just with all these other products, I think you start to question your product at some point too. Not like whether it's good or whether the ingredients are good, but like, am I keeping up? Like, are these new bars, are they better? Are they better tasting? Are they just as good nutritionally and taste better? Like, I don't know. Like doubt is like a crazy thing that happens to the human mind. So not that I was like getting down on myself or real hard now, but like, it lingers somewhere back there. So when a relentless amount of people come up to our booth by the end of the weekend, they're like, hey, just wanted to let you know, you're our favorite product here. Like, that's very humbling. And like, yeah, I guess that's it. It's humbling to hear that, especially from like people that know what they're talking about and what they're doing. And I know we weren't everybody's favorite, and there's some other things, but the amount of people that said that or came by and they're like, hey, can you do a quick video with us? Because we just wanted to, like, on our Instagram channel, we wanted to highlight our 3 favorite products of the whole show, and you're one of them. Like, that feels insanely good. And not just for me, of course, Molly was there, and both, my girlfriend Mary Beth was there, and Molly's boyfriend Ben was there, and to hear that from people that had never had our product, or from customers, just from people that had tried all these different things, it's humbling and awesome and encouraging, and it felt really good. The other thing that happened was there's like keto celebrities everywhere, right? So some are just maybe an influencer that has like a ton of followers, but a lot of them are like the speakers or the guys that have written books and do signings and all these different things. And it's funny, there's always a crowd around them, right? Kind of like a celebrity would have in the real world. And I met a handful of them too. But what? It's just weird. Like, some of the brands chase those people really hard and want to work with them. And like that's a great strategy to grow your business and all this different stuff. But it was also kind of like recalibrated me personally in that, like, not that I don't want to work with some of these people, but like talking to people, like my customers, you guys, and maybe some of them are influencers, like when I hear their stories and how much weight they've lost, maybe a lot of them are couples and they've both lost a ton of weight. I lost 70 pounds and like that's a good story and I love telling it. But at KetoCon, I mean, of all the people that have lost weight, that is like insignificant. I was talking to a ton of people that lost like 100 pounds more. One guy who we were kind of chatting all weekend, he stopped by our booths a couple times. His name was Miles. Like at the end, he kind of like implied that he'd lost a lot of weight. And I was like, dude, how much weight have you lost? I lost 265 pounds. He showed me a picture of like the before and after. And well, of course, the after is just him standing there. And it's like, oh my God, like this guy, like he's gone through, I can't imagine, right? Like, cause I know what I went through wanting to lose, 70. I mean, like, not only did he like save his own life, but like the emotional experience that he went through is crazy. I think his Instagram handle is like Telecron or something like that. Check him out on Instagram. We met so many people like that, and some of them were customers, some of them weren't. It was a really nice calibration and reminder of like why I got in the game personally, like selfishly, like wanted to lose the weight. And it reminded me of like who my people are, right? Like they're my people. I struggle. I love entrepreneurship and I love business and I have other ideas and there's other things that I want to do. And a lot of them are like purely to like, man, maybe I can make money doing this and profitable. So I'm not a hater on people that are in this space just to make money. But like, that's not why I got in. And it was just such a nice weekend. Like I said, humbling when people like tell you that they love your product or they've been buying it for years, or even that like they want to come like get a picture and like stuff like that. Cause like I'm not a celebrity, right? So it's fun when like a couple random people are like, oh man, I follow your YouTube channel and like this is awesome. Like wanted to meet you in person. It was such a good experience. The other thing that was like really big was it was amazing how many people walked up to our booth and were like, hey, I was introduced to you by so-and-so. And a lot of times it was Keto Connect. So Matt and Mega, who we've been working with for years. Of course, they used to live in Philly. Now they live in Atlanta. But we're still in close touch with them. They weren't there. Mega's very pregnant, so they didn't make the trip. We did meet their one employee, Cassie, who was super pleasant, and we enjoyed hanging out with for the time we had. But it was awesome, like that so many people like heard them talk about our products or kind of like promote us and like took their word. And like Matt and Mega are like, their success comes from, I think, kind of their like realness. They're just normal people. They're not power lifters. They lift and they work out like everybody else, but they don't look like a bodybuilder. They don't shame people. They don't go on Twitter and get into Twitter fights with other people and things like that. So like people, they really, a lot of people just like are on the same page as them. So their recommendation helped a lot. Another one that happened a ton, and I don't know that she has a ton of followers. I'll have to look. Maybe I'm wrong. But is on Instagram. Her name is Bacon and Megs. Obviously, her name is Meg. And so many people came up to our booth and were like, hey, like Bacon and Megs talks about you guys. And like, I ordered your stuff. I'm a customer now. And like, she loves you guys. And so do I. And like that, I don't know. It's just a really rewarding thing because although we've worked with Meg a couple times or like sent her some product and stuff like that, we actually only met her once in person. Now we hung out for like 45 minutes and we were kicking it and having a great time. But it's like, she doesn't owe us anything, right? Like a lot of these people that post about us, so many of you guys post, like you guys don't owe us anything. And when you do that, like it's big. It's big for my business. It's big for our morale. I share it with all of our other employees, and it makes it like, it's just a nice reminder of the impact that we're having beyond just running a business and trying to like stay profitable and stuff like that. That it's bigger than that. They're like, these people, like, it's their lives. And it's just this great reminder that we only want to put out awesome products because I want to help people on their journeys. Like, I don't want any of these people, like the Miles, like the Megs and the Matt and Mega and all these people, like, I don't want to have to apologize to them. Like, I don't want to, come off as, sell out's the wrong word. But like, I don't know. I don't want to make, like, it's a nice accountability thing, right? They like talk about us and they share the love and we get it. And on the other, I don't want to abuse that. So it's like kind of a nice accountability thing. So that was really, really, really nice. We had so many 5-minute, 10-minute, sometimes I was at the booth talking to the same person for an hour, and like, the other people at our booth would like help everybody out. So I was never like just abandoning somebody. But those conversations are just like, they recharged me kind of as like a person and as a business owner. It like has inspired me to, not that I had like lost track of like what our mission was, but I don't know, maybe like when you don't get reinforcement after a while, things just get like a little more blurry, or maybe like you just lose perspective, right? Like, it's not lost on me that like my perspective skewed. After a good day, I'm like overly pumped and excited, and after a bad day, I'm like down in the dumps and depressed, right? But this event was really, really good to help get me back on track. It really made me believe even more in our products. Just so much love that we caught. And of course, some people didn't like it, and some people scoffed at, I don't know, 1 ingredient or 2 ingredients, or like, I don't know, everyone's kind of different, right? But in general, it was like 99% love. And it was awesome, and it made me want to like reciprocate that type of thing. So all in all, like KetoCon was just a really awesome experience. And that kind of brings me to like my next point, where I would consider myself a pretty nostalgic person. I've had a lot of the same friends since like grade school and high school, and we've gone through a lot together. And I was at a bachelor party last weekend, and like almost all the guys I've known since I was like, a kid. And so we always like, we're telling old stories and stuff like that. And it kind of like lines up well with what happened at KetoCon, because after everything was over, the 4 of us went to dinner, and we're just kind of sitting there, and I was like, hey, sorry, like, let me get sappy for 1 second. Like, first of all, thank you guys so much for like coming to the event. Mary Beth and Ben, they took off work from their real jobs. So they used vacation time to come help work, and it was hard work at the event, but they did it. Obviously there are significant others, so they're inclined to do that type of thing anyway, but it was still extremely nice of them, and they worked really, really hard. But the thing was that it was such a success, and we had such a nice experience and a good time, that it like made me really think about just the appreciation that I have for like the right now and the journey, I guess I should say. Because you can have a goal in life, like you can have this thing that you always want, and like you're gonna chase that thing, and I do too. I have all these goals, but like if your journey along the way isn't fun or doesn't have good experiences, like the thing you're going after probably isn't worth it if the whole journey is going to be miserable. And the keto bars story and like me starting in my kitchen and kind of like what I originally wanted, and that was just to like do it full time. And then once I was doing it full time, to maybe replace the income I used to make before. I've done those things, and it's been a little like not convoluted, but we keep on upping our goals and like what we want to do. But like it was just this reminder that like you only get one life, and you want to enjoy the experience along the way. And I guess the point was that I don't know what's going to happen to keto bars. Like, I don't know, maybe we grow 100x, maybe we go out of business. Like, I don't know the future. But something that makes me feel extremely good is that you can't take the experience that I've had, you can't take that from me. I've already had it. KetoCon and the relationships and the conversations we had, like, that's done. So even if we go out of business tomorrow, I already had the experience, and it was awesome, and it was like genuine, and it meant a lot to me, and it was just a valuable, maybe like life moment, just something I'll always look back on fondly. And on top of that, like I got to do it with, my girlfriend and Molly and Ben, who are like, we're all close, we're good friends. And I don't know, just going to Austin for 6 days or 5 days and like having a great time and going out and having nice dinners every night and getting to spend a lot of time with each other, that's really valuable to me too. So I don't know, I guess it just made me really like think. It gave me, I feel like my perspective like came like narrowed in. I have a better sight on like kind of the things that are important, and it's easy to get like off. It's easy to like put things that aren't important, make them priorities. So yeah, it's just nice to keep on using the word calibrate. It's like I recalibrated my focus into the important things. And the important thing is the people in the keto community, the people that we met this weekend, just their passion, the love, the excitement, people running up to our booth that couldn't wait to meet us, like just stuff like that. It's just very fulfilling, and it was awesome. So if I met you guys, like it was a pleasure. Say hi in the comments. Like let me know if you're gonna come next year. Like certainly as it gets closer, I know it's a full year from now, but like I'm genuinely interested in meeting you guys. And I guess just remember that like you want to make sure your journey is like worth it along the way, that the experiences are fun, and that you get good moments along the way, because you don't know how everything's going to end, and KetoCon certainly was one of those things for me. Anyway, I'll stop there. If you enjoy my content, things like this where I talk about keto bars, please consider subscribing or sharing with your friends. If not, no worries, but I will talk to you guys soon. See ya.